Hey everybody, it's Taylor Arns from Bovie Farm Rabbitry, and I'm doing a bunny vlog. This is a new thing that I'm going to be doing since we're in quarantine. There's not really much else for me to do, so I'm gonna show you my litters and just give you guys updates. So here's our oldest litter right now. They are both 6 weeks old, and they have not been weaned from their mama yet. They are still with their mom because there's only 2 of them, and there's some cold weather coming up. So we're gonna take them out and just show you. Okay, so I'm going to just explain a little bit about kind of my breeding process and what I did, and just about these baby bunnies. So this is Princess. She is a 6-week-old. She's a black otter Netherland Dwarf, and she's a doe, obviously. So I'm just going to explain a little bit kind of about how I figure out pairings for my rabbits and just that kind of stuff. Princess, no. So first of all, something I did is I pick out 2 rabbits that, I think would obviously pair well together. I'm also going to show you the buck I used and the doe. You saw a little bit of the doe, and kind of how I go about which rabbits I'm going to pair together. But anyway, here's Princess. I'm just going to. So she is still pretty young. She poses pretty nicely for me. She still has those long ears, and dwarves, they usually take a little bit to develop. So she kind of has those long ears right now. She has a very promising head and eye, almost a little bit fine in her bone right now, and she's pretty small right now, but she's only 6 weeks old. So yeah, there's Princess, and that's just one of the kits. I'm probably not going to bring both of them out, but this is part of the oldest litter right now, and she poses pretty well for me. So as you can tell, she is a black otter. One of the ways you can tell she's a black otter, sorry, I'm going all over the place, but, so you can tell she's a black otter because obviously she is black on top. You can see that pretty obviously that she's black. And then she does have a crown. Kind of hard to see the crown. But she has a crown on the back of her neck, and it's kind of like you can't see it very well on the camera. Sorry. I'm in here by myself, so I don't have anyone to help me, but she has that crown on the back, not crown, triangle. That's what I meant to say. Triangle on the back of her neck, and it's kind of like a brownish kind of color, and so that's one way you can tell. Then when you flip her over, she has this nice white belly, and then she also has some brown on her belly too, so that's why you can tell from that she's an otter versus like a silver martin. Silver martins would be pretty much just white. They wouldn't have any brown on them. So that's just kind of a little bit, and she's a nice little doe that I'm probably going to grow out. And I'm going to show you her brother, and then her father and her mother. Alright, so this is her brother. This is Midnight. He is a little more filled out than his sister. He wants to say hi to the camera. But he is also a black otter. He is just a little more filled out than his sister, and he does have trouble posing. And so that's why I'm kind of like, whether I should keep him or not. But I might grow them out just a little longer. Since they are 6 weeks old, they cannot go home yet. But they are still both really cute. And one of the reasons why I'm debating is because he doesn't pose as well as his sister. He doesn't hold a pose as well. I don't love him as much as his sister, but he probably is a little more filled out right now. And it's kind of hard to tell what he'll be like in the next couple months. Maybe he will pose. I don't know. But that's him. He is a little more filled out than his sister. Probably has a little bit thicker bone than his sister does. But I'm hoping that they'll grow out like their dad, and hopefully they will be really nice rabbits. And now I will show you the buck. So this is the buck I used. You can't see him that well, but he is very, very nice buck. And I will get you better shots of him in a little bit. But one of the reasons why I used him is I took him to a Lincoln show in November, and he did get reserved and show at that show, and he is just a beautiful, beautiful boy. He has really nice head and ears, and he got a lot of really good comments about that. For me, he seems really even all the way throughout. He's not pinched in his hindquarters, or he's not pinched or anything like that anywhere. And his dad was also very, very, very nice. And so that's one of the reasons why I used him. Is overall just a great buck, and I bred him to most of my does because of how nice quality he is. And he is just a nice, nice buck. Good temperament, which, you always want rabbits with good temperament. And he just really is just a nice buck overall, and I will get you some shots. So this is Kenny B. He is the buck I used, and he is a buck that I use because he won't pose for me now, but he is just a nice overall buck. As you can see, those head and ears, they really resemble who he is. And let's see if we can get a little bit better shot of him here. Here we go. He doesn't want to pose for me today, but he is just a very nice buck, and he can be stubborn when he wants to be. But just so you get an idea, sorry I can't pose him. It's kind of hard with one hand, but let's just get a little bit. Those head and ears, very nice. He has nice short ears. Probably could be a little more open in his ears, but nice eye, nice rounded head, and he's just a phenomenal buck overall, and just amazing, amazing genetics. So I'm hoping, that I can take him to a couple more shows, and and he is my main herd buck. If he would pose for me, that would be very nice, but he's being stubborn today. But as you can see, he's a black otter too. And as you can see, he does have that triangle right there. And that is one of how you can tell it's a black otter. And it's not white. It's not completely white. It's like kind of a brown tint right there. And since I'm the only person that's recording this, but yeah, he is very nice buck. Very nice. Come on, pose for me. But yes, he's a very nice buck, and I'm still learning just as everyone else is. But so I will continue to use him because right now I'm thinking the babies are turning out pretty nice. See, there you go. See, nice head, ears, eye. Just that's what you want. And so he will throw some nice head and ears, especially, and there's a select. Alright, so here's the doe I used. Let's see if we can get some light. There we go. And this is the doe I used. She's a pretty nice doe. I feel like she has a little flatter head, but, I used her, and there are obviously some flaws with her, but she has a nice chocolate otter color, which I really like that about her. And I was hoping to get some, and she gave me some nice otters. She's not the nicest doe, but she has really good temperament, and I used my buck to help improve her flaws and everything like that. And this is the mom. I rebred her not too long ago, because you can rebreed them when their babies are about 5-6 weeks old, depending upon the season and stuff like that. And so she will have her babies in April, her new litter. And yeah, you can rebreed them back when their babies are about 4 to 6 weeks old, maybe 7 weeks. And then they tend to have some good milk when they are pregnant. But I would not recommend doing it any sooner because that can be a lot of stress on the bunny. And you don't want to stress out the bunny or any of that. But she is doing a very good job. First time mom, actually. And so you also want to pick moms. And not everyone's going to know what their genetics are like or anything like that. Come on. You want to pose for me? No? Okay. And you're not always gonna know what their genetics are like, but it's always good to pick a mom that has good mothering skills. So she obviously had those genetics, and those mothering skills are genetic. And so she is just an awesome mom, and I'm so excited for her. So that's the situation with some of my Netherland Dwarfs right now. And now I'm going to give you a look. Today we're going to basically just focus on Netherland Dwarfs because Netherland Dwarfs are awesome. So I'm going to show you another litter that I have. They were just born yesterday, St. Patrick's Day. So I'm going to be naming them some, St. Patty's Day names because that's always a fun time. So just a little bit of information about this litter. So the buck that we used is the same buck that I just showed you a little bit ago. It's the same buck, and then I paired him with a doe that got best opposite sex at the N-Top show in Lincoln. So I figured that they'd be a good pair. They're going to throw excellent head and ears, and these babies are pretty tiny. But I'm just gonna show you a little bit about just kind of how they're doing. Mom seems to be taking good care of them. She yesterday, and I can post these videos too. With this segment, I can show you a little bit about her pulling her hair, and just a little bit about that because that's so interesting. I got to experience her pulling her hair yesterday, and making a nest. So that was really cool. So I will post those videos in this, and right after I'm done talking about this, and then I will give you a little bit of a look at her litter that she has now. So, yeah, they're doing really well. As of right now, I have 3 Netherland Dwarf does bred for next month, and I will show you those does too after I show you this litter. So here we are with this mom. This is Merchant's Skipper. She is a beautiful doe, nice head, ears, and eye, just like the rest. And here are our 2 babies. And so you can see it looks like they just had a meal, probably. At least that one did. It looks like we have one otter for sure. I'm not sure what that one is. It might be a chestnut. Who knows? But they were just born yesterday, so they are a day old. Their sibling died. Unfortunately, there were 3 in this litter, but one mysteriously passed away not too long ago. So we don't know that cause of death, but the baby seemed fine, no injuries. But she seems to be doing a good job taking care of them, it seems like. So that is Skipper. And she seems to be doing a very good job. And so that is that litter. Our St. Patrick's Day litter, which we were very excited about. So they seem to be doing fine. We have a heat lamp running, especially in these cold months. Right now it's March, and it still gets cold in March. So you want to keep a heat lamp. So the babies are at 50, 60 degrees. So that way they don't get cold. So here's a doe that I got recently. This is Merchant's Penelope. She, reason I bought her, I got her because she throws some really, really cute chestnuts, and I've been getting mostly otters out of my litters. So I wanted to get some chestnuts. So from one of my really good breeder friends, I got her, and she is a brood doe, and I'm really excited for what she's going to throw. So it's all just very exciting. She's a bigger doe, and I just bred her yesterday, to a chestnut buck. Not Kenny B. I will have to show you this chestnut buck. But yeah, she seems to be doing very well adjusting to her new home, and I will get that buck out and show you. So here's the buck that I used. This is Merchant's cubby. He is a beautiful boy. He decides to pose for me, don't you? A little high, but he does carry a nice head and ears, which that's what I love about him. And reason I bred him is because he's going back to where he came from. And I'm gonna use Kenny B for my litters pretty much, but he's a nice buck, and he does have his weak spots, but the other doe carries a weak butt, so I'm hoping that he'll give a stronger butt to her, to the babies, and that these babies will have, quality, and also his dad, I believe, his dad had 8 legs, I believe, and so very nice quality rabbit, and he carries black otter. But another reason why I bought that doe was because she throws chestnuts even when bred to a black otter. So even though he carries black otter, he has black otter in his background, she carries mostly chestnuts. So she'll probably throw some chestnuts for me. And he's a cute little buck. So this is the last doe that I bred. So she is due, I believe, the 9th of April. And as you can see, you're probably like, she's not show quality. She has a little white mark, but that has not affected any of her babies, and she does not carry that. So her babies turn out fine. They don't really have any marks. I bred her back to her son, Kenny B. So I'm hoping that she'll throw some nice babies. This is Skunky, because she has a little white mark. Merchant's Skunky. So yeah, so I'm hoping here at Bellevue Farms we get some nice babies. So that's kind of a little bit about the Netherland Dwarfs, and just a little bit about our Netherland Dwarfs. We are getting litters by litters, and so make sure to subscribe, give us a like. Comment down below of what you want to know about next. Do you want to see showmanship? Do you want to know a little bit more about colors, and how we decide our colors, and just some rabbit husbandry stuff? If you want to know a little bit more about that, or how to pose a Netherland Dwarf, which I'm not the best at, but just give us suggestions about what you would like to see next, and we will help you out there, and we will try to help you out to the best of our ability. I'm planning on posting a showmanship video, and maybe talking a little bit about our lion heads and what we're trying to do here, and trying to improve stuff, and about our newest breed, Holland Lops. So if you want to know anything, if you are curious about some things, we can do a couple videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys! Thank you for watching.